Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be learning about the basics of Matplotlib in Python and how you can plot different types of awesome graph with it. So first of all, I'm going to be creating a new directory here named matplotlib underscore course. Now let us go into this crash course folder. Now let me open VS Code here. Let's create a new file. So first of all, we'll need to install Matplotlib. So to do that, I'm going to be firing up the terminal right here. Now we have to type pip3 install matplotlib. If you're using a Windows computer, you have to type pip instead of pip3. As you can see, Matplotlib has been downloaded. So we're going to go here and then do import matplotlib.pyplot as. So pyplot is a module inside Matplotlib that makes plotting easier. Now let's just do a simple line plot. So first of all, we'll need some data. So I'll create a months array or list and then add months here. Let me clear this up until May. Okay. And then we'll write sales, add some random data here. So this is the sales over a period of months. For January, the sales is 100. For February, it is 200. So I'll just go ahead and plot this. So I'm going to do plt.plot months, comma, sales, comma, marker, which will be O, and then another comma, and then I'm going to pass line style to be a solid line, color to be R, and label to be sales. Now we need to show this graph, so I'll do plt.show. So let's catch up with these two lines. So this line of code right here plots the months in x-axis, sales in y-axis, ensures that the markers of the data points are circles, the line style is solid, and then the color is red, and the label is sales. And then Python is very lazy, so it doesn't show the graph even after we do this. So to show the graph, we have to do plt.show. So now we can run this code by doing python3 main.py, after which we'll see our graph right here. As you can see, it is super easy to plot a graph, and here are some tools with which you can resize the graph, look to the below, up, right, left, and whatever you want. So the next thing I'm going to be showing you is adding a label. So let's do plt.xLabel, which will be equal to months, and the plt.ylabel, which will be equal to sales in USD. Let's add a plt.title, which will be equal to sales in 2021. Now if we run this program, we can see it has the heading here or the title, the Y label, and the X label. Awesome. But we also want to have a legend so that it's easy for people to understand what they're looking at. So I'll do plt.legend. Let's run this once again. Now we can see that the red line corresponds to sales and the legend is here. In case you want to add more lines right here with different colors, it'll just grab all those and show it here in the legend section. Now say we want to have a grid here that'll help us understand which data point belongs to which category in the X or Y axis. Then we can do something like plt.grid and set it to true, just like this. Now if we run the program once again, python3 main.py, as you can see, the graph is here created, and we can see that this data point corresponds to February and 200 USD. So this was all about a line plot. Now we have a scatter plot. So a scatter plot is basically nothing but the line chart without the lines. Let me just show you. So I'm going to change this plot to scatter, and then let's run this again. There we go. And as you can see, it's the exact same, just we don't have the connecting lines and only the data points. This is especially useful when you want to see the actual raw data as passed. Next up, we have a bar chart. So I'll just change this to a bar and remove this marker O thing and remove line style. So now we can have these two in the X and Y axis, and then the color should be equal to an array where we can set several values for each month. So there we go, we have 5 colors right here, and let's remove the label from here. Awesome, now we can just run this once again. And as you can see that this is now visualized in the form of a graph where we have all the colors as we mentioned right there. Or other than that, we can also set a simple static color just by using a string here instead of an array or list. You can also plot histograms here. So let me just import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create data is equal to np.random.randn, and let's set this to 1000. Now we need to import numpy, which is referred to as np here. Import numpy as np. So now we go ahead, do plt.hist data. Now we have to specify the amount of bins here. Let's set this to maybe 30 as AI suggests, and we're gonna add a color of orange, and then we have edge color of black and a alpha of 0.7. Now let's do plt.show. Now we can run this once again. So as you can see that here we have the histogram with 30 bins, and it is based on some random number data. So let's say we have the marks of students here in an exam, and out of 100 marks they have scored 90, 95, 10, 15, 75, 63, 72, 83, 99, 100, and 23, 34. Let's say that we have this data right here, which includes marks of students. We can pass this data here and then set the bin number to 5 or maybe just 4. So it'll have 4 categories. So we can just run this once again to see how this works. So as you can see that it has created a bin of 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, and then created a histogram on it. So if you want more bins, you can just type a larger number here, rerun the application, and here you go. Here is the visualization. And finally, we have the pie chart. So we'll do import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Now let's create a labels here and then name them A, B, C, D, and then we'll do sizes. So now we'll just go ahead and do plt.py sizes labels equals labels. So you have to enter the labels as an argument like this, with labels equal to labels. You have to set the labels property here, and then the sizes will be the actual numerical values, and then make sure that they add up to 100. And then we have auto pct is equal to %1.1f%. So this will create a pie chart with percent labels. And the next thing we can do is that we can set the different colors like this. I'll just do blue, red, green, yellow. Now what we have to do is that we have to do plt.show. Oops, it's not color, it's colors. And then we have to run this once again. So as you can see that it has created a pie chart with percent labels and different colors, and there you go. In just a few minutes, we have covered the basics of Matplotlib and different types of plots, line charts, scatter plots, bar charts, histogram, and pie chart. Make sure you like the video if you found this video helpful, and subscribe to the channel for such awesome videos again. See you soon.